Hey, what's up guys? It's Bernie here from Attic Gaming, and today I'm going to show you a PvP demonstration with my Phantasm Mesmer build. Now, what I want to accomplish is I want to show you guys the strengths and kind of highlight in some video clips exactly what you can expect out of this build. And remember, this isn't a build video, but I will put an annotation to the build video, and I'll also put a link in the description as well. So if you want to watch the build, make sure you go there first, and this is purely for demonstration purposes. Okay, so for this first clip, what I want to do is I want to show the damage of this build. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch through the clip, and every time one of my phantasms hits the target, we are going to put a little number on the left side indicating how much that they hit for, and by the time I kill the target, then we can total it up, and hopefully it would give you a good idea of how much damage we could pump out with this build in quite a short amount of time. Alright, there you go. There's a good example of the damage you can get out of this build. Those are all Phantasm attacks, except for one, which is my Blurred Frenzy. So that brings the grand total to 19,863 damage. Now that's not including like the Chaos Storm at the beginning and the random conditions, and also my auto attacks. So I rewatched the video and I figured it's about 4,000 damage missing that I didn't add in from auto attacks and things like that. So it's roughly around 23 to 24,000 damage I did within a 10-second time period. Okay, now in this clip, what I want to show you is the crowd control we have with the magic bullet and our signet, and why it's so important and why I love it in this build. So what I'm doing is I'm taking on the chieftain, and taking on chieftain or spawner in this build is very easy. Now this warrior comes up. Now I'm gonna pop into massive viz, and I'm going to use my stun right here. And by using my stun at the last second, I was able to secure the chieftain kill for my team. So it's one of the reasons why I love the stuns in this build, and they always come in handy. So anyway, the warrior's going to start chasing me. I'm sure he's pretty angry. I just pop into decoy, and he just buggers off. I guess he didn't want to bother. I also had 2 more friends show up. So I'm going to chase this thief down, and you can see just from a couple of my auto attacks on my staff, he's already kind of low. He's pretty squishy. So you're going to see here with my combo that he doesn't stand a chance. So I threw down Duelist and used my Illusionary Leap and Swap and my Blurred Frenzy, and he was pretty much dead in one burst. And then he teleported, but unfortunately he got very bad positioning, so his friend wasn't able to do anything. Now, I mean, you can see I could sit back here and do all this damage, all this spike damage and heavy single target damage without like ever really being at risk, because I could just hide behind my friends or even my own clones, and usually it's alright. So here's an example of why mass invisibility is so good. This is like just one example I could give you, but on Spirit Watch it's really good because it gives your team the jump right at the start. Now I see this Necro. He's trying to go for our home base, or our home point. I'm not gonna let that happen. So I'm going for him straight away. And you can see all the bursts coming out. Like I said in the build video, it does take a second to get your burst going, but once this starts going, then it's extremely strong. So I'm trying to stop him, but his friend's coming over, and I'm taking too much cleave damage. So I'm gonna back up and heal. Now his friend's trying to res him up, and I actually throw down my magic bullet and stun the guardian, and they just end up taking way too much AoE damage, and they're both gonna end up going down. Now here's another thing that I wanted to point out, because I'm wearing runes of speed, which give me the extra increased movement speed. So when I run an orb, I actually do it a lot faster than other people would. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Okay, so now I'm going to show you why I love Arcane Thievery so much, which is you steal 3 boons from your enemy and put 3 conditions from you onto them. Now right here we have a condition warrior, I'm gonna stun him, do some burst to him, get his attention. Now he's gonna start swinging at me with his sword. And what I'm about to do, I think you're gonna like. I can see him doing his flurry, so I actually stand inside of it. And then I stun him, and then use my arcane thievery to throw all those bleeds back onto him. Although, granted, if there was another enemy in the area, I probably would have used it on them, but there wasn't. So basically, he just killed himself. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this PvP demonstration where I tried to explain the choices of skills that I bring, especially my utilities. I'm going to leave you with a clutch play on Spirit Watch. But make sure if you want to see the build, I'll leave it in the description below so you can actually see the build video that I released on this Mesmer, this Phantasm Mesmer. So make sure you check that out. As always, if you've liked this video, please subscribe, favorite, like, and share, and we'll see you next time. Pistol Phantasm build. So our damage is based around very high single target spike damage. So you can kind of think of like a backstab thief. It almost serves the same purpose. So we're gonna be, when we're in a fight, we're gonna be picking out one target and we're just going to be utterly destroying them. Another positive for the damage is, since it's a Phantasm build, it requires very little effort to actually pump out your damage. All you really have to do is summon out your Phantasms and they do